Every slime, there's a bunch of slimes you can play as, like 10, and they each have their own abilities. There's one slime that cannot stand still. He's just continuously dashing. He's like an angry slime. There's one where you have shorter jumps, but your dashes go further. Stuff like that. So there's a skip right there. I just hovered to the right. It's actually a really easy skip. It's worth doing. It saves you about 6 seconds. I mess up the skip right here, but I get it the second time. If you hover on the right side again, and then you press left a little bit when you time yourself down at the bottom left. There's a skip here on the right side again. And it's kind of hard to do because you have to hit that platform so that you can gain your dash and jumping ability again back again. Right there. It's a little difficult to do. I'm trying to remember the slime I used before this one. Probably normal slime son, I think. I gotta dress him up a little more. The cosmetic stuff is a little bland I'm using right now. Maybe give him a top hat. Give him some headphones or a beanie. So this is a really strong song in the soundtrack you're hearing right now. Let me see. I don't know which song it is. Hit the Slime Not. We're on track number 6. We'll just listen to it again. It looks like he got like a dozen people to make the soundtrack based on the contributing artists. But it's a really solid soundtrack. There's no skips. Oh, this is the intestinal boss fight song you're hearing right now. Pretty cool. Girl Slime super floaty? Maybe. I know Kawaii-san is floaty, and that's the reason why we use him. I think it was the slime I think I was using before was, I can't remember which one, but it had a double dash. And I thought that was superior, but Kawaii-san is very superior because of his floatiness. So this part I make a mistake. There's a block that goes really fast. It's not worth trying to go down quick. Just let it pass. What's up, kitty cat? Why are you looking at the fan? So this is the Donkey Kong theme level, Lofty Ladders. There's a skip if you hover on the left side of the screen. Those red stationary barrels won't hurt you, and it saves a lot of time. And the theme of this level, instead of 4 stages, it's the ladders and the barrels. I never heard this part of the song because I've never had the boss live long enough. It's a really cool song. I don't do this because I keep forgetting. You can, that part right there, you can float on, hit the right side of the wall and save a few seconds. You got stains on your homework? Rewrite it? Or, I don't know. So this level's called Treadmill Terror. These are little treadmills that prevent you from progressing. Yes, kitty cat? So you can do the skip here. It's inconsistent if you hover on the right side of the screen, because you have to make your way back to the sign. It saves about 15-20 seconds. It's pretty significant, but I find it's not worth it because if you die, you're just losing even more time. So every 10 levels, the music's gonna change, which is really cool. You want to get through worlds 1, 2, and 3 in about 10 to 12 minutes each. Worlds 1, 2, 3 are fairly shorter. Then World 4 is going to be the longest, and it's also the most challenging. World 5 is cool, because just the amount of skipping you're doing, you're not doing the out-of-bounds skips, you're doing platforming skips, and it's just really cool. So underwater, you want to utilize dashing as much as possible. So there's a cool skip here. You want to move this little platform all the way to the right, and you're gonna hug the right wall, so that you don't have to unlock that door that's blocking the end stage arrow. It took me 3 tries. It's honestly not that hard. I just couldn't figure out the exactly where it was. So here we're going to do some interesting platforming, just a lot of dashing against walls to regain our dash and jump. We'll proceed through that level. This one gave me a hard time for some reason. I don't usually die in this level. There'll be a lot of barrels. Not this level, I think the next one. Yeah, this one. I don't know why. This stage. I die like 4 or 5 times. So with all my deaths, I still got 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's not bad with all these deaths. I was exhausted when I did this run. Like I fell asleep right after. I was just trying to get my submission video in. This level you want to wait it out, there's no skips or anything. Since you're Quaison, you're small enough to actually slide through that really small space before it rises too much higher. So this is some cool trampoline stuff here. I'm going to hold off a little bit because it's really easy to get hit there, and since he's so floaty it goes right up to the top. This is dangerous because you ideally want to move that trampoline on that movable platform to the right a little bit, but you don't want to waste time doing that. Free fall. So we're gonna go into this balloon level. We're already on 214. Time's just flying by on World 2. So we're gonna hug the wall right here. We don't need the balloons to go up, and we're just gonna dash down. You want to beat the red balloons, and sometimes if you're not quick enough, you won't make it. So I usually get it on my second try, worst case scenario. Whoops. So with the balloons, you actually want to hug the side of them and jump on the side of them. It actually allows them to go up quicker than standing on top of them. So the new route for this level is to go above instead of below. Above, you can just zip through it, rather than dealing with all that crap on the bottom. Here's a cool skip. You just dash down, jump, dash up, and this is the gravity inversion level. I made a couple of mistakes here. You can just jump over that. You don't need to do the gravity inversion, but you need to do it here, and then simple, easy peasy. What's up, kitty? I'm petting ya. Yes, I know. So I'm pretty good at the inversion levels. It's a strong point that I was able to hammer out. That was a shame, I died right there. I was so close to not dying. Oh, this is skip here. You don't want to waste time opening the key doors. You just hug the left wall and you go straight to the door. Avoid that stupid lock. So I touched the broken wall there so that I could regain my dash ability. Some people have trouble with this level. It's not that bad if you have good timing down. I take a less risky strat here by jumping on that third wall. You can try to jump straight up, but it's a little too risky. It's almost pixel perfect. Here there's a little miniature, I guess, upgrade that turns you miniature. When you're miniature, your movement is quicker, and your jumping is, and your dashing is quicker. Everything is quicker. Your jump is higher. So you have to be a little bit careful. This is really cool. You can do that even quicker if you wanted to, that level. So I'm gonna hug the left wall here. It saves half a second, if that. But it's something, and it's something I can do. This song is really good. This level challenges me, and I'm not sure why. I think visually it messes me up. But I actually didn't do too bad. That was actually a really good level with 1 death. So for some reason I went through that platform, and this one's another one where I'm going to be dashing into walls to regain my jump and dash ability. This is just simple platforming, avoiding the red spots. So this is boss number 2, Brain. Apparently the monster that swallowed you is still functional after you defeat his brain, but his brain is very carnivorous. It has very razor sharp teeth, and it's very scary. But we're going to jump up here, and we're going to shoot this cannon at it, and it's going to get away from us. And then we have kind of like normal platforming levels, and with this is the only boss that you really have normal platforming, with the exception of like, actually, never mind, scratch that. Boss 4 and 5. Definitely 5. 5 is all platforming. So he's gonna stop here, and I'm gonna dash into the ground because I think that speeds up the game, the timer, by frames. If you look at the timer, there's little arrows that go by it. So you can see me standing under the platform where you're gonna shoot the cannon at it. The lasers won't hurt you if you stand under it. So that's why we're doing that, and I learned that from Nitro. You got good. This boss isn't. It's not my favorite boss. I used to die to it fairly regularly, and I wasn't really too happy. So this is actually the boss, second boss theme music you're hearing right now. It's actually a really good song. Make sure I move my computer chair and I'm not rolling over a kitty. Alright, so this is the final hit. Nothing too special. Boss 1 and 2, you have to defeat them the regular way. 3 and 4 are really interesting. And 3 and 4 are one of my favorite bosses. The music's really strong in 3 and 4 too. It's just a shame you defeat them so quickly with skips. You defeat them in like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So this area is going to be water themed. When you exit that water, that floating water area, once you exit from the top of it, it's going to shoot you up. You're going to get quite a bit of momentum. So there's two things you have to consider. You have to take advantage of that momentum to gain additional height to proceed through the stage. But you also have to take into consideration there's going to be an enemy above you and you have to try to not get hit. There's some cool stuff coming up. I like these upcoming stages. We got some crabs here. You have to dash through that. You can't really avoid that without dashing. These are some. That was an intermission. You like meet characters inside this giant monster that swallowed you, and they go to your little town where your family lives. So if you go in that upper right corner, you can skip that part. It's just extremely difficult, and it's not consistent. It's not what we're doing. This part coming up is really cool. So what you're doing here is you're dashing through those two projectiles, and you're just skipping that whole part instead of waiting for that gentleman crab to come over to you. And it saves like a minute. It's significant. And I just have so much fun doing it. I love trying to get through really tight spots of small like areas of projectiles. So we're still listening to Boss 2 music. So we'll get to hear World 3 music coming up. This level's not too special, you just have to hit the keys as fast as possible. You'll see me dashing and jumping a lot. So here's a cool thing, you just jump straight up. You can actually hug the left wall to avoid it, it's no big deal. Actually, you're gonna hug the left wall here. Say it's about 5 to 10 seconds. Here, I'm gonna dash jump up, straight to the end stage. This is my favorite level, Missile Madness. It's just, there's so much cool tech in it. Movement tech.